73% of B2B buyers actively avoid suppliers who send irrelevant outreach. 94% of buying groups rank their shortlist before they ever speak to a sales rep. Reaching them early is essential, yet the risk of being disqualified for irrelevance remains high. Treating B2B email as a high-volume blast mechanism is a mathematical failure. Establishing a predictable revenue pipeline requires two distinct, operationally decoupled systems. System 1 is inbound lead generation. This captures hand raisers by responding to their existing context, like a technical guide download or a direct inquiry. System 2 is outbound prospecting. This is initiated by the seller based on verified account fit and observable buying signals. These systems can live in the same CRM, but they require different messaging frameworks and consent assumptions to function correctly. Merging these operations into a single mass email campaign completely destroys sender reputation and alienates the target market. Two companies of the same size in the same industry often have completely different operational priorities. Standard firmographic data alone cannot predict a B2B purchase. A functional audience model requires three intersecting criteria: account fit, stakeholder relevance, and buying signals. An economic buyer evaluates cost, while a technical buyer assesses feasibility. Finally, a buying signal, like a leadership change, provides a reason to investigate. It proves potential need, not purchase intent. The commitment ladder aligns your email's next step with buyer intent. Step 1 prospects exploring a problem respond best to low-friction offers, like a research brief. Outbound sequences fail by demanding a demo, a Step 4 action, from a prospect still at Step 1. Outbound content must stand on its own. Forcing prospects to learn data capture form before seeing basic information creates immediate friction. Demanding a disproportionate next step often breaks trust before a relationship can be established. Effective personalization aligns a recipient's operational reality with a logical next step. While first-name tokens are common, they do not establish relevance. A structured lead generation email contains 5 components. It opens with specific context from a verified signal, followed by a problem hypothesis regarding implied consequences. The message then offers a useful distinction and credible support. It concludes with a low-friction action. Researching the specific signals and hypotheses for hundreds of accounts is a high-volume analytical task. Generative AI can compress this research by summarizing company reports and classifying signals into specific problem nodes. However, AI can hallucinate facts. The AI control matrix establishes the human review required to verify every claim before sending. AI provides the scale for segmentation, but human accountability is required for every specific claim made to a target account. Manage deliverability as a core operating system from the beginning. Treating it as a pre-launch technical checklist often leads to failure at scale. This 5-layer infrastructure stack determines inbox placement. The foundation is authentication, including SPF and DKIM, and sender reputation. Satisfying strict provider requirements requires separated sending streams. Middle layers cover list quality and send hygiene, while the top monitoring layer tracks domain health alerts. With the infrastructure in place, the sequences running on top of it must remain adaptive. An automated schedule is only effective if it responds to buyer behavior. Outbound sequences must have strict exit conditions. They must terminate immediately if a prospect replies, opts out, or becomes an active opportunity. Continuing to send automated messages after a reply or opt-out is a technical failure that can destroy the entire deliverability stack. Pipeline architecture must adapt to geographic jurisdiction. The source and use of email data are governed by different rules across the globe. While the U.S. CAN-SPAM Act focuses on opt-out methods, Canada's CASC and the EU's GDPR demand documented consent or legitimate interest assessments. The final step in engineering this engine is measurement. Tracking the wrong metrics misaligns the sales team. Open rates are no longer a reliable measure of human engagement. Features like Apple's mail privacy protection render open data structurally inconsistent. This matrix tracks pipeline health from delivery through human response, conversion, and commercial impact. To find the positive reply rate, you must strip out the noise. Automatic replies and unsubscribe requests are isolated and removed. Finally, at the commercial impact stage, you distinguish between revenue sourced by the email system and revenue merely influenced by it.
A predictable B2B pipeline relies on precise intent matching, strict infrastructural governance, and measurement based strictly on commercial impact.